Hi everyone, it's Hervé. I hope you're doing well. So if you have an air fryer at home, well, this recipe is for you. If you don't have an air fryer at home, you can make it in a conventional oven. We're going to make a pasta gratin. I just love them in the winter. It's, it's comforting. It makes everyone happy. My son adores it. Everyone just loves it. And what's great is that even the next day, it's still delicious. So we're going to make a gratin with butternut squash, mushrooms, cheese, mozzarella, grated gruyère, emmental, cheddar, whatever you have at home. A little parsley, 2 chicken breasts, and some pasta of your choice, Something like small shells is perfect. Alright, let's get started. Okay, first step, outside of the air fryer, we're just going to cook the pasta in boiling water. Simple as that. So, bring a large pot of water to a boil, and then we'll just add the pasta. So if you're using pasta that cooks in 7 minutes, like the small shells I have today, you'll want to cook them for a little less time, about a minute less, because they'll continue to cook in the gratin. Alright, the pasta is cooked, I've drained it, and most importantly, I've rinsed it under cold water to keep the pieces from sticking together. Now for the butternut squash, we're going to use half of it. We peel the butternut squash because the skin isn't edible, unlike a red curry squash. We cut it in half. There we go, we're going to remove the seeds. And after that, what we're going to do is simply cut the butternut into small cubes. So you see, on this part, it's easier. I'm cutting strips here as if I were making thick fries. And then small cubes. So we're going to take some mushrooms. What I like about this recipe is using either cremini mushrooms like these or shiitakes. That works very well too. I chop them roughly. I add them to my butternut squash. We're going to take care of the chicken. So here, pop some nice chicken breasts. I'm going to cut them the same way into small cubes. And you can easily make a veggie version of this recipe too, without adding the chicken. That's an option. This way, you end up with a complete meal. You've got your starches, your vegetables, and your protein. Great, I'll add my chicken to the mix. We're going to add some spices. So here I have some gomasio, but you can simply use smoked paprika, whatever you like. Curry works great too. Here, I'm adding some herbes de Provence. We're going to add a good ton of pepper to this filling and some salt. So the advantage of the air fryer is that you don't use a lot of oil. I'm going to add barely 2 tablespoons. Well, we'll make up for it with the cheese. There, we mix everything. All right, into the air fryer. You can easily find these parchment paper liners nowadays. They're pretty good. It saves you from making a mess. I put my filling inside and then, listen, it's going to cook for 10 minutes at 180 degrees. Let's go. There we go. We can now mix this with our pasta. By the way, this already makes a complete dish on its own, We could stop here. Barely 10 minutes of cooking. It's great. We put it all back with the pasta. We mix the small shells with all the filling. So everything is cooked, So basically, we're just going to brown the top. And what's going to bind the pasta with the filling? Well, it's the cheese. So on the other hand, we're going to add a lot of cheese, and you can choose whatever cheese you want. Grated mozzarella, emmental, even cheddar. And here, you see, I had a little bit of cheddar left. I'm going to put it in, and some grated mozzarella right here. There, I'm going to save some for the top, to make a little crust. And there, and most importantly, we mix well so that the cheese is distributed everywhere. All right, let's spread all of this into the gratin dish. There, I'm going to fill it right to the top. There we go. I'm going to add a little more cheese on top. And well, here we go. Let's do it. We can now put it in the air fryer basket. Of course, I chose a dish that fits inside, obviously. All right, let's go. So now it's really just a matter of, come on, I'm going to set it for 6 minutes at 195. Let's start. And there you have it. Look at that, perfectly browned. All right, let's serve up a nice portion. So this is a dish for 4 people, but very generous portions, And you're going to see the work of the cheese. Oof, wow, so decadent. And there we are, we've got a nice decadent gratin. I'll put a little parsley on top. You see, in 15 to 20 minutes, you have your gratin ready. So that's one of the advantages of the air fryer. If you have one, you know this. It shortens the cooking times because there's no preheating. It's direct, bam. It works very, very well. For gratins, it's amazing, it's great. If you don't have an air fryer, of course, you can use the broil function in your oven and brown your gratin dish for, say, 10 minutes at 200 degrees. That works very well. Thanks everyone for watching this video. I'm counting on you to tell me in the comments if you liked it. If you'd like to see more videos made in the air fryer, let me know. I'm curious to find out. And there you have it. See you next week for a new recipe. I'm counting on you to like, share, and comment as usual. Ciao.